What's up everyone, Bender here with our fourth Flash programming tutorial. And I know in the last tutorial I said we were going to be covering classes. In this tutorial we're just going to be going over functions, because in order to do classes you're going to need to know functions. So first off, to make a function you just write in the keyword function, and then our function name will just say something, put two parentheses, curly brace, and if you hit enter it should, Flash should autofill in that last curly brace. If not, just make sure to type your curly brace in there. So now within this code we can type whatever we want. So let's just write trace hello world. If you go ahead and test our moving, if you notice, nothing happened, and that's because with functions the code inside a function will only be executed once the function is called. So if we go ahead and just go below and type in say something with our empty parentheses, hit ahead and test our moving, we see we get hello world. Now the useful part about function is that you can pass in parameters. A parameter is an extra set of data to be ran whenever the function is called. So if we just type in, let's say, our name, and we'll make it of type string. You can do as much of these as you want, so we can do our age, which is going to be a number, and we'll just say height in feet, and that'll also be a number. Alright, so now we can say hello. What we're going to do next is something called concatenating a string. Now what that means is that it adds whatever variable or string or whatever basically to the end of the current string. So if we do plus, that's how you concatenate a string, in Flash at least. And then type in our name, and plus again, and another string, we'll put in a comma, your age is, make sure you put those spaces in. Flash will not automatically put in spaces whenever you put in a variable. And even though it is a number, when you concatenate a string with a number or any other type of variable type, like Boolean, it will automatically convert it to a string. So if we just type in our age, it'll automatically return our age. And let's see, let's actually do another trace statement. We'll just say trace, you are plus height in feet, whoops, plus feet tall. And sorry if you go by the metric system, which covers meters instead of feet. Sorry, but in this tutorial we're just going to be using feet as an example. This isn't a practical example, but it'll teach you about it. So what we can do now is, before we go over that, I want to go over something called scopes. And what a scope is a scope applies to a variable, and a variable's scope is depending on where it's created, and it cannot be accessed out of its scope. For instance, if we have a variable up here, we'll just call it var, dummy var, we'll make it a string, set it equal to Jim Bob. This dummy variable can be accessed anywhere in this code. Actually anywhere on this timeline's code. So now our name, our age, and height and feet variables, these are in the scope of the function say something. So if we were to try to use the our name variable, say out here, just saying our age, it would return undefined because it's only defined in here. And it's good to keep variables that are in function names like this, our age, different from outside. So if we had to use one out here, we'll just put like var age instead of var our age. You want to avoid conflicts because it could screw up code. So what we're going to do now is go down to say something. We're going to just type in our name, Bender. My age, we'll go 20. And height and feet, I'm just going to put 5. And if we test our movie, we get, hello Bender, your age is 20, you are 5 feet tall. Let's see. What else do we want to go over? I think that's actually about it for functions. And just so you know, a function can call a function. So if we say function tell me a story, and we just say trace I shall not tell you a story. We can go ahead in our function, just go ahead and type tell me a story. So now whenever we call this say something function, it will also call this tell me story function. So if we just do our say something and we test it, we get our hello Bender, you're 5 feet tall. It says I shall not tell you a story. And this is because code is ran top, bottom, left to right. Well, mainly just top to bottom. I shouldn't say left to right, because sometimes it might apply. Not too sure at the moment. But I think that is it for functions that I want to go over. So in our next tutorial, we shall be going over loops, and then after loops, hopefully we'll be getting into classes. So this has been Bender. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial.